sickness, divorce. Are you or any family member or friend plagued with these issues? What I want to share with you today is that God exists. I want to talk to you today to let you know that the atheists don't believe in God. They don't believe in a supreme being. And I want to share that with you today. My name is Marilynn Jones, and I'm here today to help you understand and to convince you to trust in God. 3 things that I will be discussing with you today. The first is I want to discredit the atheist belief that God is not real. Let's start with a short story about Marilynn O'Hara. Marilynn O'Hara was one of the world-renowned atheists. She's the young lady that, at the time, she's deceased now, but she was the young lady that got prayer out of the school. She won the battle, but she lost the war. And in losing the war, what she did is she got the prayer out of school, but she lost that very son that she was fighting so hard to keep away from prayer. Because now William O'Hara is a Christian. He is teaching against atheism. You know, I want to share a little story about myself. I have been in situations where I really needed the Lord, and it seemed like He just wasn't there. And although I was continuing to pray, I've had people walk up to me and say, well, you've been serving God, you've been doing this, you've been doing that. Where is your God now? Well, I had to be honest and ask that in the past, I have had situations where I didn't know. And I would even ask God, where are you? Why am I going through this? What is the purpose of going through this? But late in the midnight hour, when I would rest and began to trust in God, I began to remember the scripture, Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in the Lord thy God with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. And in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. God began to direct my path. My sleepless nights became peaceful nights. And all of my issues, they didn't go away, but I learned how to deal with them. Secondly, I want to show you how to believe that God does exist, even though you cannot see Him. The scripture says in Hebrews 11 and 1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What you have to do is believe. You have to believe that God is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. And once you believe that, you can move on and know that God is who He said He is. I want to assure you that there are benefits in believing that God does exist. Those benefits come from COMS 103 and 6. Don't have time to go through all that, but when you get a chance, read those scriptures because those scriptures will build you. But I will share with you Philippians 4 and 19. It says, but God shall supply all of your needs. All of your needs. What more can you ask from a powerful, supreme being as God? In my conclusion, I want to reiterate to you that atheists believe that God is not real is a myth of the mind. I want to share with you that if you believe that God exists, seek Him. And you'll have no doubt finding out who He really is. And lastly, the benefits. The benefits is the blessings, the miracles, all of the things that God give you when you surrender your life to Him. God will give you the desires of your heart. That's His word. Our country is built on prayer. Our country was built on Christianity. All we have to do is trust God. The atheists talk about their beliefs, but if you can tell on this, we have 2 billion Christians, but only 850 million atheists. I hope that I have said something that have stirred your mind and have got you to think about God is real. And I asked the question from the beginning, and I'll ask again. Who will you turn to? Who will you trust? Yourself or God?